Welcome to the Chinese food capital you've probably never heard of, but trust me, you're gonna want to know about this place. It's one of, if not my favorite Chinese breakfast I've had. A place where ginger is spotlighted in a way I've never seen before. I really liked our last thing, but I think I might like this one even better.
These are all ginger juices.
Don't even get me started on the seafood.
I have yet to eat a 300 renminbi noodle.
This is not an everyday occurrence for me, guys. But can you believe it was this dish here that stole the spotlight away from that luscious bowl of noodles? What is this?
It's a daikon radish.
Join me and fellow food adventure junkie Shan Shan as we show you the best this hidden foodie gem of Taizhou has to offer.
When I first mentioned the city to Amy, she'd never heard of this. How could you never heard of this place before? For us in the food community, we visit here at least once a year.
Wow.
Once a year. Because this is a place filled with surprises. We're talking about highlighting of certain ingredients like ginger, cooked in your mind might be frozen kind of way. You are talking about rice cooked in all kinds of different ways, and then most importantly, seafood.
So Taizhou is a city located right on the coast of Zhejiang province, a region of China commonly referred to as the land of fish and rice. We'll be getting to the fish and seafood later, but first we're shining a spotlight on rice, prepared in a way I'm so excited to try.
Essentially, you're having this rice cake. It's gonna smashed into a kind of a thin wrap, and then you have all this DIY ingredients. It's a buffet.
You've got marinated cabbage, onion, celery and pickled mustard root, carrot, vermicelli noodle, youtiao, bean sprout, and potato.
And the golden bit is that.
It's braised pork belly, half fat, half lean meat that's cut into pieces and added in there too, before it's all sealed up except for one little hole, where they actually pour in some of that braised, sweet yet salty pork juice right at the end. Oh my good lord. I don't want to make comparisons, but it's somehow a little bit like a pulled pork taco.
Yeah.
Because that pork looks like it's really falling apart. It's got juice inside. I also love the ease of eating because it's essentially like a contained dumpling.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm stalling a little bit because I know that you can only have the first bite of this once.
Go eating.
Okay. Wow. How much does this cost?
老板，这个多少钱一个？ Like $1 US.
How is it possible that this taste could be 8 renminbi? Like, it's so amazing.
It's a texture heaven.
That chewy outside layer and then all the crispiness of all the fresh veggies inside and the softness and almost like buttery quality of that fattiness of the pork.
Yes.
Alone, the texture is incredible. And then the taste, it's like rich but also fresh. The meat is sweet and like marinated and youtiao.
Yes.
Wow. And they also have this as well, which I'm not sure if it's furu or if it's
No,
dajiao.
it's a 辣椒酱.
It's a very interesting looking chili sauce.
Yeah, that's more in the triangular, Yangtze triangular area where the chili is actually more grinded into like It's also not technically so chili. It's like umami, salty.
Oh, that's good. I might go as far to say it's one of, if not my favorite Chinese breakfast I've had. This would rival the gem as my favorite breakfast of all time. It's just everything I want from a breakfast. And I have to say, with a little bit of this acidic, salty, umami chili sauce, wow.
Welcome to Taizhou.
Hello, pardon the interruption, but I have some very exciting news regarding my 2027 food tours. The new batch are going to be going on sale on the 21st of June. And what's really exciting is not only am I offering more tour dates for the best-selling Southwest China tour, but I'm also releasing a brand new itinerary for 2027. We are going to Guangdong province, which I'm so excited about because it's a province I keep returning to time and time again. I feel like you could live there for a lifetime and not even explore 10% of what the province has to offer. So for that reason, we won't be bouncing around multiple provinces. We will be doing a deep dive into Guangdong province. We start in Guangzhou, the capital of the province, before heading to Shunda, the cradle of Cantonese cuisine. Of course, also home to roast goose, a dish I'm very keen to have Dad join one of these tours for and finally try for the first time. So we'll be trying that along with dishes like congee hot pot and sauna chicken. This is a food tour for the foodies, let me tell you. So after Shunda, we'll be heading to Meizhou, which is the heartland of Hakka culture. And Hakka food's actually one of my favorite cuisines in Guangdong province. And of course, we have to tick off Chaoshan cuisine. So we're going to be going to Taizhou, checking out the beautiful ancient city and eating dishes like Chaoshan beef hot pot, lots of congee, and of course, lots of beautiful fresh seafood as well. Basically 9 days jam-packed with delicious food. And we are bringing the personality for this one, because how could I go to Guangdong province and not have Peter by my side?
Bonjour!
If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you'll know Peter by now. You know he is so knowledgeable about the food of Guangdong province, and he's just so passionate about food. And I can't imagine anyone better to be co-hosting this tour with me and also hosting a lot of the departures himself. What are you most excited about this tour?
I'm actually most excited about like showing what I have known for like a very long time and showing like what I know is good to people, and also telling them the story behind these food. That will be very interesting. And of course, I'm gonna tell it with a lot of sass.
Oh yes, if you're coming on this tour and you're gonna be on a tour with Peter, just be prepared that Peter is gonna bring the personality.
Oh.
I love hanging out with Peter, and I know you guys are going to too, so yeah.
All right.
See you guys in Guangdong.
Can't wait to see you.
But for now, it's back to Taizhou. What I'm loving so far about Taizhou is it just is so unassuming. It's this food capital, but in this really chill environment. It just feels like such a hidden gem.
It's almost like you have to know exactly what you're looking for. Otherwise, you land here, you don't see anything. It's almost like it's not shouting to you, I am a food capital. Just spotted the thing that I want you to see. That little yellow bottles, these are all ginger juices, all pure concentrated ginger juice. You will see that scattered around different market, different places. This is essential to the local people's life.
I'm no stranger to ginger juice. Derek and I were partial to a ginger shot, so we're doing it quite a bit. But my question is how are people here in Taizhou actually using this ginger juice?
It's a condiment, it's a food, it's a cooking ingredient.
这样吃呢，我们这里就是姜汤面也可以。
你喝过吗？之前喝过吗？
别辣的呀，怎么喝呀？
Oh, just you wait and see. I'm used to the burn. 哇，
辣的，
辣，但很好喝。
生姜啊，可以直接吃了，是生的呀。
Woohoo! Like coffee. And only 5 renminbi. You know what? If you buy this in like a Berlin market, for example, I mean, this is that's a big ginger shot. That would cost you at least 10 euro. Health freaks, get yourself to Taizhou here and get your ginger shots. Ooh. Okay, so now I've had my ginger shot. Let's see how people in Taizhou are actually using this juice in the local cuisine. We've come to a store that specializes in ginger-related dishes, and first on the agenda, it's steamed egg, but like I've never seen it prepared before. Best point of difference is the crushed walnut, which adds quite a bit of to the egg here. Second point of difference, ginger sauce. This here is fresh ginger juice that's been boiled together with brown sugar to create this gingery, syrupy goodness that he adds to the egg too. Third point of difference, it's actually dry steamed. He simply adds the bowl to a wok with no other liquid inside, where it's then left to cook for a few minutes.
So the dry steam, my guess is that to preserve the most of the nutrient dense. It's like not let the evaporated water kind of like dilute this thing.
Last step is topped with a generous spoon of brown sugar. This definitely falls into the dessert category, guys. I mean, steamed egg is something you see a lot in China, but it's usually accompanied with soy sauce, not with 3 massive things of ginger.
And brown sugar.
Love it.
Yeah.
I really liked our last thing, but I think I might like this one even better.
Again, with the concept of a really fine-tuning texture, adding walnuts is a very beautiful add-on to this dish.
It is, because it not only adds the crunchiness texture, but also the nuttiness as well.
Yeah.
It physically hurts me to stop eating, but I'm also very keen to try this one, which is a very interesting combination of lychee and pork. Basically, he adds marinated pork to a bowl of candied lychees. Then it's in with brown sugar. And for this one, he adds pure ginger juice straight from the bottle like we saw at the market earlier. Let's see how this one compares. Oh, amazing. It makes sense. Like seeing it come together, I was like, oh, how is this gonna work? Is this gonna be tasty? But the meat is really tender. It works in that ginger sweet sauce. I've really not seen ginger used this way anywhere else in China, and I'm absolutely loving it. The best thing that I like to have when I have a cold or a sore tummy is some ginger tea. That is the food manifestation of my comfort tea.
And now if you have period cramps, imagine having that.
This would be perfect period food. We've come to a more rural area for our next meal of the day.
Welcome.
I'm excited about this because we've checked out the seafood market. There's some amazing seafood here.
Yes.
We're right near the ocean and we're about to have seafood noodles.
Yes, and not your everyday seafood noodles. What I've learned in the past is that this restaurant it's basically, tell him your price range. He will arrange a feast depending on your price range. 我们想吃点好的，搞个200块的吧，要不还能再高一点吗？还有什么？
高一点200、300、400、500。
都可以是吧？Let's go for this.
So that's 300 renminbi for one bowl of noodles. So what does a $44 US bowl of noodles get you, you may be asking? Well, first, this fat crab full of crab yellow that's been added to the wok first, followed by some Chinese sausage, preserved beltfish, daiyu, then some shellfish, prawns, and squid. Something that did strike me about this bowl of noodles is how simply it's seasoned, but we're not done yet. After the noodles are added, it's in with an entire yellow croaker, clams, and then all those yummy seafood juices are left to combine for a bit. And there we have it, the biggest, most luxurious, and might I add, most expensive bowl of noodles I've ever had. Bowl of noodles is one way of putting it. That is like a bowl of noodles. I don't think I've seen so many different kinds of seafood together in one place at one time.
You know what's in my head right now? This is a freaking umami bomb.
Umami isn't typically something you can smell, but I can smell it.
I have yet to eat a 300 renminbi noodle.
So this is big for you as well.
Yeah.
Like, okay. This is not an everyday occurrence for me, guys, but I feel like it's really worth it. You can see the money in there. I think I want to start with the crab.
Yeah,
It
let's
looks
do that.
so delicious. This is the reason we ended up going for the 300 rather than the 200.
It's a very solid, fresh crab,
Check that out. It's got so much yellow in it.
which is a sign of really high quality crab.
What I love is that this is just the taste of crab. I don't know actually what the sauce is like. I'm just gonna taste the broth, but that broth is incredible.
Umami bomb, right?
Like that's literally the only defining flavor of this is umami. It's not salty. It's not sweet. It's umami because it's just all the taste from all of those
sea.
amazing seafoods all together. You know actually how I like to eat my crab? Is with a little bit of vinegar. I think it's specifically vinegar for crab. I think it somehow brings out even more of the sweetness. Something that if you're a foreigner watching this video, you might find interesting about China is often when you've got foods that you need to eat with your hands or that have bones, you just put it onto the table directly.
Yeah.
And it's not rude, it's just where you
it's-
put your bones and stuff. How does one eat this?
Oh,
I don't think I've ever eaten this before. What shrimp or is it a lobster?
we call it pipi
It's absolutely massive. And I must say, opening it proved difficult.
You're already off on a wrong track.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
you
got
are-
me from beyond the grave.
Here's what you do. Just use your teeth to bite on the both sides. It's almost like cutting off this side and this side, and then you just peel it off.
Okay, I was nowhere near as graceful. This is what I managed to get out. Oh, it's so soft. It's so sweet.
In Donghai, Qingdao area, they use this as like dumpling filling.
I can understand why. It's so soft and
And then
bouncy.
sweet. It has a little hint of sweet juice in it.
Yeah, tell you what, this bowl of noodles took me on a journey through the ocean. As you may have already gathered, Taizhou is super famous for its seafood, and you'll be seeing a lot more of it in my next video as I explore Taizhou's seafood fine dining style. But what was cool about this experience is seeing how that quality is reflected at the very grassroots level. So freaking good.
Yeah, tomorrow it's gonna only go way beyond better than this.
Tomorrow we're actually going to be getting up at 2 a.m. to go to the seafood market at 2:30 a.m. to meet with the executive purchaser for the exclusive luxurious seafood for Xingyongji, which is the most Michelin awarded franchise in China that basically started here in Taizhou. So it's a really, really incredible experience.
Yeah.
This is just scratching the surface. Like this seafood is already blowing me away, but tomorrow we're going to be tasting the best of the best. So I don't even know how it could get better than this.
Yeah.
So I'm still new to Taizhou. I'm still figuring out like what is Taizhou cuisine, what it isn't. But I'm feeling like it's paying tribute to original ingredients, simple flavors, but put together very thoughtfully. How would you describe Taizhou cuisine?
Pay tributes to the bountifulness of the ocean and then really be thoughtful with texture and flavor.
Wow, it's crazy. The flavors
Yeah.
that nature can produce
Yeah.
naturally.
But then a little caveat is that you also see the pork bones and then the sausages. So it's almost like I don't want to add additional soy sauce maybe,
Yeah.
but I'm using the ingredient itself to compose a symphony.
For me, eating this bowl of noodles is akin to standing on a mountain looking out at nature. Like, wow, look how beautiful nature is untouched.
Yeah.
It's almost the same because you just
Yeah.
put a whole heap of amazing things together and it just tastes so freaking good.
Yes.
Naturally. You know it's really good when you start going into your discarded pile on your table and seeing, have I left any meat in there that I can just suck out? Yeah, this was amazing. Worth the 300 for sure. Yes, the sun is still shining, but it is time for dinner because we
Yes.
have a very early start tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to this restaurant, which you mentioned was like a dapaidang, but it does not look like a dapaidang.
Yes, that is a new location. Very new. I think recently, only like in February, they relocated to this new location. It used to be not here and much more shabbier, like a dapaidang. So the very first time I had food here was in 2018. And then one of the highlights of this meal was that I had like the best daikon radish that I have ever had in my life. It's
Weird
like
flex, but okay.
so it's like it's just in my memory. So I'm taking you here to try the
Experience
best.
daikon radish. Okay.
Yeah, and other stuff.
And the style of ordering is a bit different here to what you may have experienced before. So you basically enter the restaurant and you have all the seafood and all the raw ingredients lined up here. And you basically can look at what you like the look of and you can order. So I went out just now and I was just like looking at the whole situation.
Yeah.
And I think he's the boss because there's
Yeah, yeah,
photos
yeah.
of him
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
He came up and he was like, oh, like look how big the head is.
Yeah.
Let me show you how big the fish is. So he got out of this massive ice container, the biggest fish. It's bigger than my wingspan.
Wow,
My arm
okay.
span, some would say. And then he gave me 2 books about Taizhou cuisine and what fish to eat in what month. What a babe.
Yeah.
Wow, such a lovely experience. But now we are here with some food and you have been excited for this dish.
Yes.
I think this might even be the reason you wanted to come to Taizhou. I've been hearing about this one for months. Can you introduce to me, what is this?
It's a daikon radish.
It smells like radish. It looks like
is-
radish.
It is a radish. It looks so unassuming.
It honestly, yeah, it looks a little boring.
Let me first quality test this. Does this not taste like the one that I had before? Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Stand by it?
Yeah, I still stand by it. Imagine daikon radish being able to use your tongue to just kind of smear over, and then every smear with your tongue taste bud, you can taste umami and the flavor.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed daikon radish so much. I mean, the texture is incredible. Like,
Yeah,
it's
the
smearable.
It's
Umami.
really flavored.
Yeah.
Like the flavor really cuts into the fiber. It's like it's good.
It's really good.
This is how you understand they do quality food.
I think this is just putting in perspective what I've been thinking all day, which is a true mark of elevated cuisine is
Yeah.
taking the humblest vegetables and ingredients and elevating it. Like, this is just radish, but it's, I don't think you even meant to eat the pork in
Yeah,
this
no,
because
no.
it's just a meal of radish.
我们老板做了一份我们这里的特色，教了，然后所以你们俩尝一份。
Yeah.
It's an expensive thing.
The thing he's gonna bring.
The owner apparently like you a lot, and yeah, they were saying that they're going to give you a dessert, but this dessert is made with fish maw, and it's actually it wouldn't be the most expensive of probably, but it's a decent.
Oh my god, what a babe! Guys, come to this restaurant.
Oh,
Wow.
that's your
Okay.
姜汤面.
Okay, another dish has just arrived.
Did you smell?
Oh my god.
The ginger? Yes. It's a pungent.
Oh my gosh. Another massive bowl of noodles. So I did want to add, this isn't one of their top recommended dishes. I did ask for it because after we had our ginger excursion today, I heard that they have this famous dish of jjangtangmian, and I was like, I must try that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the broth first, which looks super thick and saturated. Ooh. Oh, it's a bit spicy. Oh, that hits. That I can taste that they've gone to the market and get the pure ginger juice and they've just gone glug, glug, glug. I found myself coming back to this between dishes time and time again, like a palate cleanser. I also discovered it tastes wonderful paired with that shmiri daikon radish. Okay, let's move on to our next dish, which features a very interesting kind of fish.
This is 九肚鱼, but also sometimes called 豆腐鱼, because the texture itself. Imagine a fish that has the texture of a jello.
Looking at it,
Yeah.
it has a jiggle,
Yeah.
a bit like Japanese cheesecake. I can just eat the whole thing.
Yeah, you will be able to spit out a bone.
That's crazy.
Yeah, even the bone is transparent.
Even the bone is jiggly. Like, look at
It's
that.
It's a transparent bone.
I didn't believe you when you said it, but it tastes like
like
Jello.
Jell-O.
But what goes beyond that is the taste. I really love the taste. It's got that gingeriness to it,
Yeah.
but it's also got a garlic and it's got the spring onion.
Yeah,
A beautiful combination. You've got a little bit of spice from the ginger in the throat.
Yeah.
Just a bang of flavor in your face.
Yeah. and the texture.
That texture is wow. It's actually unbelievable. So last dish I'm yet to sample on our table here is actually a little seafood critter that we saw at the market today.
Yeah. It's called sha cong sha suan here. It's a local specialty. You don't really eat that anywhere else. It's squishy and crunchy.
Is it good?
It's interesting.
Should I just go in and try it?
Yeah. This is the thing that I'm not completely sure you're gonna like it or not.
I'm leaning towards not.
Yeah.
There's something in the texture of it and also in the aftertaste of it.
Yeah.
That's somehow also still lingering.
Yeah. It's not the best.
Do you like it?
Not my favorite. No. The very first time that I had this dish, it was at a very shabby place at 10 o'clock in the night. This place, it's like just have a door, and then the only dish that they sell is this one.
Oh.
And many locals would eat as a late night meal. So it's not supposed to be like a high-end thing. It's
Something for everyone.
peasant
And a
food.
bit of a
Yeah.
acquired taste, I
Yeah.
think. And now time for our very special dessert from the boss. It's fish maw in a dessert form. This is a lesson in be nice to everyone because
Yes.
you never know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
I did not know he was the boss. He's wearing the same outfit as everyone.
Like a chef.
Yes. And we just bonded and we were chatting and he was showing me all the fish, and then it was only when he was showing me the photos on the wall that I was like, oh, he's the laobat. He's like the big boss. And the fish that he showed me, remember that massive fish?
Okay.
This is its fish maw. Fish maw is an interesting part of the fish. It's basically the part responsible for whether the fish floats or sinks. The thing that's most interesting about this is not only the fact that that fish maw is so freaking huge because that fish is massive, but also this is a dessert, a fish maw dessert. But just like everything else today, it somehow makes perfect sense. Oh wow.
Wow.
Like glutinous.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it's fish if someone said, hey, have this glutinous rice roll in soup.
Yeah,
I'd be
you
inclined
would-
to believe them.
Yeah.
Because there's absolutely no fishiness about it. It's just soaked up the flavor of that soup, which is very strong and sweet.
Wow.
Wow. Rich, warming flavors. It's got the ginger, the jujube, the dates, the goji berries.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, the texture.
Yeah, the texture, it's...
They are really clean out. Like this city is texture city.
Yeah, I've been really blown away by textures. I mean,
Yeah.
I love a good texture combination, but I don't think I've ever paid so much attention to
Exquisite
it as
too.
today.
Yeah.
Exquisite. What a way to end our day of eating here in Taizhou.
Yeah. Oh, you have better things tomorrow. This is not the Everest.
Yeah, this is not what we came here to see,
No.
to be honest. So the reason we actually came to Taizhou is it's actually the home to China's fanciest fine dining, high quality franchise that's basically farming Michelin stars. It's called
Yes.
Xingyongji. So tune in for that experience coming up in next week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has just been, wow, I've been blown away today. Thank you for taking me here. I have no words to describe how much I've enjoyed today and how much I love the food of Taizhou. So guys, you have to visit it. It is so underrated. Don't forget to follow Shanshan on all her platforms, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on my channel as well. And until next time, until next week in Taizhou, goodbye from Taizhou.
Bye.